Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be all about makeup that I regret not buying. I did this video back in March and it got so much love and I was so excited about it, and people were requesting for me to make that video again. But like I learned with the makeup I talked myself out of buying, I don't talk myself out of buying makeup a lot. So I didn't really have a ton of regrets. Like I had some here and there, but not like that I felt like I could put a video together. And I think I only have like 4 or 5 items to talk about anyways for this video. But I thought I would go ahead and film another one because I know I've seen a lot of requests for that one come in a lot. I do have a regret series playlist. I'll have that link down below. It has makeup I regret not buying, makeup I regret buying, makeup I don't regret not buying, things like that. So I'll have that playlist listed down below in case you're interested in checking it out. I also am posting a video every single day, so thank you guys so much for clicking on this one. And if you enjoy getting daily content on makeup and beauty, I hope that you'll consider hitting the subscribe button as well. But if you would like to see some makeup that I regret not buying, why don't we go ahead and get started. So I do apologize if my lighting is crazy. It's super dark outside and storming, so I have a ring light on, but it's still like way dark. So hopefully my lighting isn't too crazy and we can still get through this video okay. But the first item that I want to talk about is actually what should have been mentioned in my last makeup I regret not buying. And when the comments started coming in, I was like, duh, how did I not put this eyeshadow palette in here? It was the Queen of Hearts eyeshadow palette from Raine. This palette got a ton of hype, got fabulous reviews after it came out, but it sold out really fast. I think it actually came back out. I think it released again and sold out within minutes already. I remember reading some comments on my video saying that, you know, it was in my cart and then all of a sudden it was gone. Like it was sold out so fast. So I definitely do regret that one. It should have made it into the first video and I still do regret it now. I still see so many fantastic things about it. Now I did hear that this palette is supposed to be coming back in August. So fingers crossed, maybe I can get it this time, but I just heard rave reviews. Like, there are very few negative reviews that I saw about that palette. So man, it's $50 for an eyeshadow palette, and I'm not super familiar with Raine, but honestly, the overwhelming like positive amount of reviews for this palette has totally made me want it even more. I'm bummed that I didn't get it the first time. Definitely an eyeshadow palette that I regret not buying. Who got their palette or who is going to try to get it again in August. I also did see on the Raine website that it's supposed to be coming back as a permanent item. So hopefully that's really the case. That way anybody who did regret not buying this as well, we can get it when it becomes a permanent palette. It's $50 for the eyeshadow palette. I'll have the photo inserted here so you guys can see it, but definitely I do regret not getting that one. I've heard so many great things and I'm hoping to get it in the next month or so. So next up for makeup that I regret not buying is an item from Tarte, and it's their blush books. I believe they have come out with 2 different blush books now. They're called like the Big Blush Books, and the Big Blush Book 2 came with 8 different of the Tarte blushes in there. I remember when the Big Blush Book 2 came out, I remember seeing people start to talk about it and I remember seeing it in videos and I was like, that looks really interesting. But I remember not being like a huge blush person when it came out. I've just very recently started getting more and more into blushes and blush palettes and things like that. So I remember thinking like, oh, I'm not a huge blush person. I hadn't tried any of Tarte blushes, and though I heard really good things about them, I personally had not tried them out myself yet. I have since gone on to try Tarte blushes, and that's kind of like a big reason why I regret not buying these, because I love the Tarte blushes. They are so good. They are so long lasting. All the colors that I've tried have been so pretty. So that definitely bumps me out. But even now, I feel like it's more of a regret like right now as well, because I am like way into the blush palettes right now. I keep talking about them a lot. I'm talking about a lot of blush palettes and like my Will I Buy It's and things like that. I remember seeing just the other day on Instagram, one of my friends posted a photo of her blush book. She did like a whole photo on blushes, so she had all her different like blush palettes in there, and one of them was the big Tarte blush book, and I was like, man, I wish I would have gotten that one. So that's not one that I've like always regretted not having, but like now I think it would be so cool to have that big old palette full of Tarte blushes that I love, all these different options. Like, man, now I do regret it, and I kind of wonder if they'll come out with like a Big Blush Book 3. Will they? Will they? I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it, but I think if they come out with another blush book, I would hop on it just because I'm bummed I don't have one of their past ones. So next up I have a bronzer from Marc Jacobs. It's the Omega Bronzer in Perfect Tan, and it's in the shade Tan-Tastic. trying to make sure I'm saying that correctly, because from what I can tell, there's two different bronzers from Marc Jacobs, and one is in Tantric and it has the black packaging, and then one is in the Tan-Tastic and it has the white packaging. So that one was in the coconut collection that the line released, and I knew that it was limited edition, and I had it in my mind that I wanted to get it because I've recently become like very obsessed with Marc Jacobs, trying more from the brand and just really loving basically everything that I've tried minus the Remarkable foundation. Hated that foundation. But I love bronzing. I'm all about it. It's like one of my favorite things to do every single day is bronze my face. I love it. And so when I saw it, I saw this big old packaging and this big old bronzer in there. I can't remember the exact price. I want to say like $49, $50 for the bronzer, which is so expensive for a bronzer. I mean, that's the biggest reason why I didn't do it, because that's a lot of money on one bronzer. But I really, really wanted to do it, and people are saying it smelled so good and it smelled like the coconuts, and I was like, I just want to do it. And I didn't do it. And I remember watching a video not too long ago, and someone was talking about her favorite bronzers, and she mentioned that Marc Jacobs bronzer, and I was like, no, why didn't I get it? I felt like that probably would have been like one of my favorite bronzers, honestly, and especially now as I've even tried even more Marc Jacobs from the time when I originally thought about purchasing. I've been trying more Marc Jacobs, from the lip products to the eyeliners to the highlights. I'm like, man, I bet that I would have loved that bronzer. I bet I would have loved it, and now it's sold out and I can't get it, and I don't know if it's coming back. Does anybody know if it's coming back? I couldn't find it on any of the websites. The black one is still there, but not the Tan-Tastic in the white packaging. That one's not there anymore, so I really wish I had that bronzer. So this is kind of hysterical to me, because the next palette that I had on my list, there was just breaking news. As I'm sitting down filming this video, I'm not even playing with you guys. This really just happened. So the next eyeshadow palette that I was going to talk about was the Lorac Mega Pro palette. I'm very new to loving on Lorac Cosmetics, but once I started trying out their products, I have really, really been loving on them. Even the brunch palette, I've talked about the brunch palette, I've reviewed the brunch palette on my channel. I like the brunch palette, and not a lot of people do, but I really did. And then I've tried the Pirates of the Caribbean, the Beauty and the Beast, their cheek palettes, their highlights. Like, I am really enjoying Lorac, and so many people recommend like the original iconic Mega Pro palette, but it's always been out of stock. Not even kidding, I was just letting my camera cool down because it overheats. 2 minutes before I came to sit back down again, it comes out on their Instagram, because you asked and we listened, we're bringing our iconic, sought after original Mega Pro palette back to our site. Are you kidding me? It says only this Friday, July 28th at 9 a.m. PST. So that's actually going to be after this video goes up. I'm pre-filming a lot because we're going out of town Friday through Monday. We won't be back till Monday night. So that's crazy. But still, how wild is that I was going to talk about that palette? That's so weird. But I was going to talk about regretting not buying this Lorac Mega Pro palette. It looks beautiful. I'm all excited now. I'm all flustered. I'm all flustered now. This was not a part of the plan, but that is so hilarious. So you guys will have to let me know, since this video is going up on Sunday, let me know if you guys got it on Friday. Ooh, shoot. We might be in the car. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure something out. Oh man, that's crazy though. That is so cool. I believe it's gonna be $59. Oh, but that's so crazy. But okay, so that was going to be the next one that I was going to talk about, but now I have my chance to get it. It does say they have very limited quantities, and I know I'm already seeing people like on the Lorac Instagram commenting about how excited they are, so it just kind of worries me if I'm in the car with spotty internet. I wonder if I'm going to be able to get it. If I don't, I'm going to be super bummed. But let me know in the comments if you guys got this on Friday. That's so funny that that happened. Like, the timing is so weird. But yeah, the Lorac Mega Pro was one that I did regret not buying. I've heard amazing things about it. And fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for me, guys. Fingers crossed. So the final two items I have are actually both from Colourpop Cosmetics, which is so funny to me. I talk about Colourpop all the time, especially in my Will I Buy It videos, because they're always releasing new collections. They also have a lot of limited edition going on, a lot of limited quantities going on, which can be definitely very frustrating. These last two items from Colourpop, I think you guys will understand. The first one that I want to talk about that I regret not buying is the Yes Please palette. I know, I put it in a Will I Buy It, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna get it. No, girl, I'm not gonna get that palette. And then everybody loved it, and I was like, dang it, Samantha, why? And then it came back, and it actually came back the weekend where I had to drive 4 hours, pick my mom up, turn back around and drive another 4 hours back home with my mom. I didn't even get on, like I wasn't on my phone at all. I was driving, you know, by myself and then with my mom. Wasn't on my phone, wasn't on the internet. I didn't even know it released on that Friday until Saturday morning when I was going through my Snapchat, and all of a sudden everybody was like, did you get the Yes Please? Did you get the Yes Please? And I was like, wait, what? Huh? Who? Where? It came back and I missed it? It is supposed to be coming back though, July 27th. At 10 a.m. PST. So again, that'll be after this video goes live. Fingers crossed once again that I get this freaking palette, because everybody's been talking about it. Everybody's really been loving it. I think it's only like 16 bucks or something like that. I know the eyeshadow pans are actually like super tiny, everybody is saying, and you know, of course I've watched review and tutorial videos, but the consensus is basically for $16 it's a really good palette to have. And this was one that like I refused to buy into the hype because people were already hyping it before it came out, and I just like refused, because sometimes I just get so frustrated with Colourpop. Their number of releases, their number of collections, their limited edition, their limited quantities, I just get so frustrated. And I was like, no, I refuse to buy into it. And then I regretted it. So you win, Colourpop. You win that round. Round 2 of Colourpop versus Samantha is also going to Colourpop, because another item that I regretted not buying was the eyeshadow palettes from Colourpop in collaboration with Karen, or Iluvsarahii. And I ended up buying both of them when they came back in the restock. I couldn't help myself. This is the one I wanted to end on, because out of everything that I've talked about, some of them I can actually buy or I will be able to buy, but these ones came back and I actually did buy them. And you know what? I don't regret it. I don't regret buying these because I love these palettes and they are so nice. I actually wanted to buy these. I put them in a will I buy it, and I said I actually had planned to buy the whole collection. I said, not the whole collection. There was 2 different lipsticks that I wasn't gonna buy, but I wanted to get both palettes, and I think it was the satin lip that I wanted to buy as well. And the website was just a disaster. It wasn't working out. I just gave up eventually, and I was like, whatever, I don't even want them. I don't even care. I don't need them. Stupid. And then everybody started raving about them, and the looks were so pretty. I really do enjoy Karen, or Iluvsarahii. I like her YouTube channel. I like her Instagram. She's super beautiful. And so when it came restocked again, I just went ahead and bought the 2 palettes. I didn't buy the lipstick though. I talked myself out of the lipstick somehow, but I did go on to buy both palettes in Cheeky and also Saucy. So this is what the first one looks like. I believe this one is the Cheeky palette. Oh yeah, Cheeky palette, not Cheeky. Cheeky dicky. And then the other one is Saucy. I was actually wearing the Saucy palette in my latest anti-haul video, I believe it was, I'm pretty sure. And I got a lot of questions about it. I did post a tutorial on my Instagram of that look using this palette. I can have that link down below in case anyone does want to check it out, but I really do like the Colourpop pressed eyeshadows. I'm not a huge fan of their Super Shock eyeshadows, but their pressed eyeshadows are actually really good, and I definitely don't regret getting these palettes, but they were a regret that I didn't get them the first time, and I believe these are still available right now. And the last time I looked, Colourpop was having a sale, like instead of being $18, they were $12, which is actually what I got mine for as well. I did get them on a discount, which was nice. So if they are still available, I will have them linked down below, but this was one. I regretted not buying them. I regretted giving up too soon, and then I just went ahead and purchased them. Colourpop 2, Samantha 0. Okay, so that is going to be everything for this round of makeup that I regret not buying. That was a very interesting video to make. The news of that Lorac palette really threw me through a loop, because that was so funny timing. I would have felt like a big dunce though if I would have talked about it and then like 2 hours later, or even like the next day, it came back, because I would have had to put like some sort of annotation in there, like, and it's coming back type of thing. But I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing what I regret not buying. You know, some of these items will be coming back. Some of the items have come back. Some of the items are coming back permanent. The color Raine Queen of Hearts palette. So, you know, I do have a chance to buy them, but these were products that I regretted not buying, like when they first released or in the first launch, things like that. And then, you know, some of them I think are gone forever. So I definitely do regret not buying them as well. But as always, I would love to know in the comments down below, do we have anything in common here, or what else is something that you regret not buying? And like I mentioned, I will have my regret playlist down below in case you want to check out the first video that I did on makeup that I regret not buying. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video or found it fun or entertaining in some way. And if you did, I hope that you'll give this video a thumbs up. I hope that you will also consider subscribing before you go. And I'll catch you guys real soon in my next one. Bye.